Hello! Today let's talk about tidying the different rooms and places in your house. Why not start with everybody's favorite room? It is a room where families can gather together, spend quality time, talk about their day, and eat some more. No, I'm not talking about the toilet. I am talking about your kitchen. The kitchen is the room where food is prepared, cooked, and kept. It is also the place where all the utensils are stored and washed. There are some appliances that are commonly found in the kitchen, such as a stove, basin, work surfaces, a fridge toy box, cupboards, and a trash can. Some houses may also have a dining table in the kitchen. While the book gives you several layouts of a kitchen on page 15, we will not focus too much on that because you, as a little baby, really have no power over how to organize your kitchen furniture. However, let's talk about preparing utensils for cooking and having meals. Utensils used for cooking include knives, pots, pans, fish slicers, ladles, steamers, strainers, Roblox cards, tennis shoes, basketballs, and chopping blocks. They should be hung or stored in a cupboard properly. After washing and drying knives, they should be stored in a knife rack. Utensils for having meals include dishes, bowls, forks, spoons, glasses, and face masks. They should be categorized and stored in a cupboard or on a shelf so they are easy to find. Let's talk about keeping ingredients, rice, and dried food. All ingredients, rice, and dried food should be kept in closed containers to keep ants, weevils, cockroaches, spiders, geckos, snakes, hippopotamuses, flies, centipedes, mosquitoes, and insects out. It is also recommended to keep them away from moisture and heat. Let's talk about organizing the fridge. The fridge is an electrical device that is used to keep fresh food in order to maintain its quality and in a good condition for consuming for a period of time. However, different foods should be kept in appropriate locations of the fridge based on the temperature in each section in order to get the most benefit. Did you know that each section of the fridge has a different temperature as in the diagram on page 17? The freezer, where the temperature is about minus 18 degrees Celsius, is the coldest section of the fridge. It's suitable for keeping ice cream, ice cubes, family pets, neighbors' pets, frozen food, as well as food that is not going to be consumed in the near future. The section right next to the freezer, where the temperature is about minus 1 to 1 degrees Celsius, is used for keeping food that is going to be consumed within one day, such as fish, meat, pork, ham, and sauces. However, it is recommended to keep them in closed, airproof containers before storing them in the fridge. The middle section, where the temperature is about 2 to 5 degrees Celsius, is appropriate for keeping food that has been partly eaten or will be eaten again, such as cooked foods, desserts, and leftovers. However, all food contained in plastic bags or foam boxes should be transferred to a safe and clean container to avoid toxins that could come from plastic or foam containers. The bottom section is about 2 to 5 degrees Celsius. This section is suitable for fruit and vegetables. However, it is recommended to wrap fruits that have been peeled. For leaf-based vegetables, such as celery, any rotten leaves should be removed before storing them. The door section is suitable for keeping things that are used often, such as eggs, bottles of water, bottles of milk, bottles of juice, bottles of tea bottles of drinking yogurt, bottles of ketchup, bottles of paste bottles of glue, bottles of pickles, bottles of cola, bottles of chicken, bottles of oils, and bottles of mustard. Did you know that the reason we need to put food in the right section of the fridge is because each food only maintains its good condition for eating only if it is kept at the appropriate temperature? For example, some vegetables might go rotten if they are put on the shelf, where the temperature is minus 18 degrees Celsius instead of 6 to 8 degrees Celsius. Let's talk about organizing the cupboard. A cupboard is used for storing canned food, dried food, dog food, cat food, bird food, fish food, people food, onions, garlic, noodles, and some words that I can't pronounce. Cupboards are usually made of aluminum with doors on the front and spaces inside. They are used to protect food from ants, uncles, and other insects. Organizing a cupboard in order to get it tidy could be done by following the guidelines below. Categorize the food you have by type and expiration date. Put food that you don't use very often at the back of the shelves and food that you use a lot near the front of the cupboard. Also put food with long expiration dates near the back and food with short expiration dates near the front of the cupboard. Let's talk about setting the dining table. Setting the dining table is a service job that helps lighten other family members' burden. A nicely laid table also helps to create a good atmosphere for having a meal. Things needed for setting the dining table are dishes or plates, spoons and forks, glasses, contact lenses, napkins, tablecloth, and placemats. If the dining table is big enough, it is nice to put a vase of flowers in the middle of the table. What is the process for setting the dining table? Well, put a clean tablecloth on the table, followed by placemats for each person. Put a dish or plate on each placemat. Put a spoon on the right of each place, setting a fork on the left. Put a glass next to each place, setting. Put a napkin out for each person, either on the plate or on the placemat. If you don't have napkins, you can use clean or dirty diapers to wipe up spills or messy food from your mouth. Put the food on serving dishes in the middle of the table. Napkins should be unfolded and placed on each person's lap before eating. And now, let's talk about everyone's favorite room: cleaning bathrooms and toilets. Bathrooms and toilets are places in a house that may be in the same room or separate rooms. The bathroom is the place where people can have a bath or shower in order to wash their bodies or pets. The toilet is used to empty the body of urine and solid waste. It's also sometimes used for vomit or keeping goldfish while you're cleaning the fish tank. Bathrooms and toilets must be cleaned regularly to avoid dust, dirt, and bacteria, which could cause a bad smell. We should also clean the bathroom to avoid accidents from slipping if the floor is wet. Tools and equipment for cleaning bathrooms and toilets include washing products. These are used for cleaning dirt in the bathroom. There are both liquid and powder cleaners, which should be chosen based on the type of sanitary ware and floors. In order to safely use bathroom washing products, it is recommended to study how to properly use the products from their labels. Floor cleaning brushes, which are used for cleaning various types of sanitary ware and floors, come in many types. There are brushes such as plastic brushes, sugar palm brushes, hair brushes, coconut brushes, toothbrushes, and synthetic brushes. There are also toilet brushes. A toilet brush is a brush that has a long plastic or wooden handle. The brush itself could be made of plastic or filaments of sugar palm or coconut. The toilet brush should only be used to clean the toilet. Do not use a toilet brush as a toothbrush. Other tools and equipment include a coconut leaf broom, plastic gloves, bowls, buckets, and sponges. It is recommended to wear plastic gloves every time when you are using toilet washing products in order to protect your skin from touching the washing product, which could cause irritation. If the product has a strong smell, a mask should be worn. You can choose a mask such as those worn during COVID-19, or you can use a Halloween mask such as Ghost Witch or Princess. Let's talk about methods for cleaning sanitary ware and the toilet. Basin, soak a sponge in washing liquid and scrub all over the basin, both inside and outside, and then rinse it with clean water. For the toilet, pour washing liquid into the toilet and then brush it using a long-handled brush or your mom's hairbrush. For the outside, use a sponge with washing liquid to scrub it all over, then leave it to dry out. The floor and walls of the lavatory. Pour washing liquid or powder on the floor, and then use a synthetic brush or a coconut fiber brush to scrub it. If the floor is made of concrete, it is suggested to use a wire brush instead. For walls that are covered by tiles, they should be cleaned by using washing liquid with a cloth or a sponge, and then wiped using a damp cloth or just leaving it to dry. Appliances in the lavatory, such as soap, shampoo, face cleansers, gels, salt, pepper, toothpaste, and toothbrushes, should be tidied to make them more attractive and convenient to use. Scene 2. Storing cleaning equipment. Tools and equipment used for cleaning the lavatory should be cleaned, allowed to dry, and stored in a well-ventilated place. Cleaning products should be stored in a cool, dry, and dark place. Bathroom precautions. No electrical devices should be used in the bathroom in order to prevent danger from electric shock. I know one student who brought the flat screen television into the bathroom so that computer games could be played while pooping. This is called poop and play. But it's a very dangerous practice, and we hope you can stop student number 4. Sanitary napkins and tissues should not be thrown in the toilet because they can cause blockage. The trash can in the bathroom should be emptied every day to avoid bad smells and bacteria. Bathroom floor mats should be used to prevent people from slipping over. How do we get rid of bad smells in the lavatory? And finally, using energy and resources wisely. We should all try to use energy and resources wisely. This includes saving energy when we don't need to use it. For example, switching off lights and air conditioners when we are not in the room. We should use resources like water carefully. For example, we should turn off taps when we have run enough water. We should also encourage our friends, family, and the wider community to use energy and resources wisely. This will help to make resources last longer and will also help the environment.